Well, hello, friends. Welcome to all of those born under the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is a look at the month ahead financially. This is our monthly report on money, your finances, investments, your job, maybe, career choices, maybe career endings. Okay, just needed a little sip of tea before I start. Let's get a Soul's Journey card for Gemini for the month. Something that might be reflecting on their financial journey or the home, the family, anything that endures off of the security and the well-being. Oh boy, sticky. Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Okay, how do we feel like that? So we've got some importance around our relationships coming up. The connection maybe between family, home, that energy, possibly. Let's see what we've got here. Do a quick shuffle. There it is. Don't need the wild card. Four of Spades. Be at peace. It's important that you're at peace with your decisions right now. Probably important for the well-being of not only yourself, but if you have children. The Joker. Another wild card. Interesting. The Ten of Pentacles. So it looks to me like things are getting better during the month. In fact, there may be issues. Husband, spouse, wife, anyone with a very commanding kind of male energy feels to me like they're feeling in command. I think someone may get a raise or an inheritance may come through. But this is an uptick in money, absolutely. And our friend the Joker there, he knows how to bring it in. Now we have the Two of Cups, the Jack of Cups. This is a really exciting time for the family. I think that there may have been some heartbreaking situations around finances for you in particular. Maybe it comes from a lifetime of need, a lifetime of want, because this is deep financial hardship, homelessness even, and moving up. Definitely taking a step up, moving up. Partnership, your marriage, if you're married, you feel very solid. The love partnership is very connected. The family money is on the rise. And I have this King of Wands here now. He can be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or an Aries. Above that, he is commanding. He takes action. And I think because of an action directly from what feels like it would be this king or even this younger water sign action, because jacks are all about action, or the knights. They don't always necessarily have to represent people. So our nights can actually be action. And so I think that someone, due to the love of themselves, the love of the family, the love of the home, I think someone takes action and really brings home some satisfying results during the month of October. Now, if you're waiting for a meeting with your boss, maybe you're asking for a raise, a promotion, that is all absolutely possible here, because the disappointment here is what drives the momentum to bring it on home here, to bring it home to the family, the spouse, the children, the family as a unit. This feels like a very promising thing. And if you don't have a family, you may have inheritance coming your way. There may be a contractual thing that is looking very promising in October. And I think by the end of October, whatever this is coming through very satisfying. A good, happy time for all, especially when that comes through. And I think it may not come through until after the fiscal new year. Doesn't that happen doesn't that happen in October for a lot of businesses? They end their business year in October. Some of you may be waiting until the end of your business's fiscal year to see if you're going to get that uptick in salary or that promotion. I think it's feeling really, really good for whoever you are, Gemini, this month for money. You're planting the right seeds. The Two of Wands tells us that. The planting of the seeds, the connection to that future where things look happier. They look more relaxed, more satisfying. And maybe it's because an inheritance came through, or you finally receive that tax refund you've been waiting for. Whatever it is on a larger scale looks promising. Now you might be looking at a new home. Again, I think you find something that is very satisfying to you. The Three of Swords, though, kind of bothers me if you're buying something, because I wouldn't want you to get taken advantage of. You may find something that you really love to the point where someone feels they can take advantage of you. So let's not be overly emotional. I think that's the message here. Let's try not to be overly emotional. Okay. 1. The Seven of Pentacles. You know, that's that look over everything you have. That's taking the opportunity to go over money, go over your financial status, go over what you're earning, and maybe asking for a raise because there's some dissatisfaction there. And maybe there's some emotional holdup and when you're really feeling very much in need. The Seven of Wands. You know, that with the Seven of Pentacles tells me that maybe things with this business just aren't what they seem. If you're waiting for an increase in salary, I think it comes, but I almost wonder if it isn't exactly what you wanted or as much as you hoped it would be. The Moon. You know, watch for the phases of the moon for these things to take effect. You know, the new moon is about things that are new starting up. Full moon is all about conclusions. and culminations. And so it depends on when you are feeling this the most. But I really almost want to say that there's maybe a slowdown here, or a little bit of dissatisfaction with what it is you're being offered. Let me take 3 more. I'm not happy. The 6 of Cups. And the 3 of Pentacles. And the Empress. So, maybe the family is growing, and that's why you're in such desperate need of this leg up, this financial well-being check. Something here doesn't feel right, as if, you know, you're expecting, you're waiting, you're anticipating this increase to come, but for some reason, something from the past is kind of holding you up. I almost feel like you work for a family business and they may be not coming through as quickly as they should. But to me, this situation from the past, it feels like that, to me, is it's gone on too long. Especially with these 2 sevens here. It feels like the fulfillment, it just hasn't been there. And the moon is saying that it's time. It's time for this increase. And maybe you've been in a holding pattern. Or possibly that you just, maybe your needs are just not being met. I think I see a lot of hard work. I see a lot of growth. I think you're responsible for a lot of growth with this situation you're in. And I think it's just possible that what you're unhappy about is not when you get the promotion, but how much you get. I think you expect it to come. I just don't know if it's going to be as much as you thought it was going to be. It may not be as fulfilling as you hoped. I just don't know if there's going to be disappointment here, because what you're expecting to come through either doesn't come through when it's promised, or it doesn't come through in the kind of quantity that you want it to come through in. That's about all I'm going to be able to get out of this for you. I think you're just going to have to be patient. Be patient and wait for the growth. The growth feels like it's coming. It might not be as overwhelmingly good as you hoped it would be, but I think that it's a start. Now, it also affects relationships here. And I did mention that I think for some very small amount of you, the relationship may be family-oriented, where possibly you're working with family or working for family. It feels like there's a family connection in the situation in one way or another, whether it's affecting your relationship with your family who employs you or your children who are expecting more. But what's going on here is a step forward, but to me it feels like growth. It may just not be as big as you expected it, and therefore maybe that's where the disappointment comes in. So I'm going to leave you with that. I think October brings growth, maybe not as much as you hoped, but growth nonetheless, and that's a good thing. Now I'm going to go over to my Vimeo channel, And I'm going to do a love reading for the same period. This is a partnership love reading. Two people side by side, a partner, a potential partner, a love interest. And we kind of mix it up and see what both sides are doing and then put it together at the end. And that's a reboot of a reading that we did earlier this year. And if you want me for a private reading, you can reach out to me and I'll get back to you. The contact information is here. Big changes over at my website. Some prices got lowered, some services got added. Go take a look. And now I'm going to go over to Vimeo and do your focused love reading. If you want it, you can find it at that link. I'll leave that here too. And until next month's financial reading or next week, take care, be well, and peace.